And there's some days that you have to say, hey, I'm blessed. Hey everybody, this is Eric for the Little Whitehouse, and wow, we had just sat down to worship, and my sister called a few minutes prior to this and said, hey, do you know the storm is coming? I don't know if you can see that, but that's our tree in our front yard, and it just missed my back end. And so we sat down to worship, and we hear this big thud. I mean, the ground literally shook. The whole house shook. It is, if you can see, it went across the power lines across the street. And I was like, is that thunder? Because it didn't really sound like thunder to me. Over here, we saw sparks coming from the transformer for a while, but this is one crazy storm. My wife said, well, no, she looked out the front window and she said, no, there's a limb down. You know, when something happens, it seems to me like I always end up being in the situation and not having a camera ready and available. While our car is fairly new, it's not paid off yet. And I mean, it was within 6 inches. I believe the angels probably had to have moved that limb over. They asked me to move my car, so my car is down the road a little bit. They're supposed to be having somebody come clean this out, but if we would have been back just even a foot, we would have ended up with the branch on our car. And you know, you can see from this footage here that it took them several hours. They were, you know, into the evening as far as dark hours go. This storm happened at about 6 o'clock at night, but by the time everybody got out there, they turned the power off, and then the front loader came and started hauling stuff, and they, were cutting stuff up. By the time everything got done, it was after dark. But, we were just so thankful because nobody got hurt. The people across the street were without power for the evening because the power company came out and turned off the power, but they didn't wait around to turn it back on till after everybody was gone. They just came back the next day in the middle of the day and turned it back on and fixed the line and everything like that. But we were just grateful that nobody got hurt and that we were in our, our car was saved. In fact, the neighbor guy came over the next day and he said, man, you must be living a good life because your car should have gotten totaled. I said, yeah, we would have, we would have probably had a paid for car, but it wouldn't have been able to drive it or whatever, wouldn't have been able to drive around with it. So anyway, we're just thankful and praising the Lord, and this is just to show that God, works miracles every day. There's some days that that you're blessed because you have the evidence, and there's some days that you have to say, hey, I'm blessed. I guess that is my lesson for today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to follow us over on Instagram, we like posting nice pictures of beautiful things, and this certainly was a beautiful thing. But also we have a link in the description box below for TubeBuddy. It's a free tool to help with your YouTube channel. Go on over and check it out. Anyway, that's my 2 cents for the day. Thanks for watching. God bless you, and see you next time.